welcome to the 12 Days of Craftmas. This is where I'm going to be doing 12 days of crafts before Christmas. DIY crafts that basically anybody can do that you can use to make your house ready for Christmas. A little side note is it is just me, my husband, our dog, and our cat in this house, so we're not really worried about breakable things right now. Mostly we're just looking at making sure there's no ornaments hanging too low for the cat or the dog to play with. So some of these, if you have kids, just keep in mind they may not be age appropriate to just hang around like we do, but for the most part anybody can do these. They're all pretty simple. Now, my goal with this is to keep every craft under $15. Most of them I was able to do for under 10, but 15 is for those few extra things that just cost a little bit more to get started. For the first day of Craftmas, we're going to start out with just some general decorating. This is my husband and I's first Christmas together, so we don't have a lot of decorations to start out with, but we did have a few. We do have a fake tree that I got about 3 years ago, along with some ornaments that I'm pretty sure were bought from either Walmart or Target. We have window clings, some snowflake ornaments that I bought in college, and a couple of things that I brought from home, like my Christmas Beanie Babies. But for the most part, we really don't have many Christmas decorations. So this is what this whole project is going to be, working to make our house as Christmassy as possible. Oh, and I forgot we also just got a new tablecloth for my birthday, so we do have that now too. Now, since this is the first day of Craftmas, I did buy a few extra things to kind of up our general decoration without going into too much DIY project-y stuff. So I got some ribbon, some ornaments, and 2 garlands. Now, I did get the plain garlands because, in my opinion, you can basically spruce up anything to make it Christmassy. But if you want, you can get the pre-lit garlands or stuff that's a little bit more exciting. So this is something I've already done, but it's not the hardest thing to do. So this tablecloth is way too long for our table. So all I did is I got some thicker ribbon and I tied a bow around it just to make it a little prettier instead of just having a lot of fabric down at the bottom. Now, I'm not the greatest at bow tying, so it's not super pretty, but it does its job. Now, all I did was I just got some ribbon. I probably should have gotten it a little bit thicker than I did, but I thought the pattern was really pretty and it looks really nice against the tablecloth. And all I did was kind of pull it together how I wanted it to hang, and then wrapped it around and cut it at where I thought about the length was. Now, all the excess ribbon is tied up in a not so pretty bow in the back, but thankfully there's enough fabric back here that it does kind of hide it. I did get ribbon with wire in it, so I can shape it to how I want it to look. So, you know, if you want it to look a little more pinched, if you want it as fluffed out as possible. I've just kind of been fluffing it out, and I think that looks really pretty, and it does its job, so it's very functional. First, we wrapped garland around the window arches. It didn't work very well, and we're actually going to have to fix that. Then, Cody wrapped garland around the banister, knotting the ends to keep it stable. Finally, we made an ornament chandelier. We tied different sizes of ribbon to ornaments Then Cody made slip knots in the ribbon to loop them onto the fan and the lights. We think it turned out pretty great. So that's all the general decorating for our first day of Craftmas. I know it's not technically crafts, but it kind of works, especially I think that ceiling fan deco. But thank you guys.